Okay, so Tommy, everybody wants to know, what is The Room?
That's a good question. What is The Room? The Room is relationships. The Room is you and me and everyone in America. That's basically what The Room is. I always say you can laugh, you can cry, you can express yourself, but please don't hurt each other.
So, okay, now Tommy, there's some drug dealing going on, there's some violence, there's some really awkward handoffs, where people fall down and get hurt. So, what's that about?
That's life. When you go on the street, you walk on the street, what you see the same thing what you see in the room. So that's why The Room connects people. And again, you see, The Room is The Room. I encourage everyone to see The Room.
Well, based off Johnny, because of how much he loves football and how talented he is at football.
Yeah, right now you have a football right here.
Okay, why is Johnny a banker rather than a quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers? That was my question.
Well, someday he actually wanted to be 49ers, but he changed his mind because he loves Levi so much. So he's committed to the new way of his life. And remember, he also adopted Danny.
That's right. Good old Danny. So, okay, Tommy, didn't you find it kind of difficult that we had to, share the same woman? I mean, you got to have your time, then I had my time. Did it make you feel weird at all that you had to share your future wife with me? Or
well,
what?
First of all, Johnny did not know that you sleep with Lisa. That's number one. And Johnny, was in stage of denial that the best friend can actually, you guys play football. That's what I like. You see?
That's right.
3 feet away. Here you go. Good sport at the CNN. But the fact is that that's the concept. It's not just the concept, the idea behind The Room. 2 is better than 3 free is crowd. Wait a minute. But 3 is okay too, if you have good friends.
But in the movie, we only saw 2. We never saw 3. Was it a creative choice or was it a directorial choice?
Well, first of all, 3 is Danny, if you really think about it. So you have Lisa, Mark, Danny.
Yeah, but Danny was told.
What about John?
Danny was told to leave.
Yes, because the 2 is crowd. Danny should not see what happened between Lisa and Johnny.
That's a good point.
Well, Greg, remember, you was also a line producer, right? So
yeah, well, when
people don't understand that the skills what you have. That was very beneficial for The Room. They don't understand.
Well, when I came on board, I helped cast the movie, which was probably the most fun thing I've ever done.
Absolutely. I mean, you did such a great job.
And then, when production started, we worked together on...
Oh, by the way, how many did we have the headshots? How many headshots?
I think I opened 5,000, and that was the start of it. I think there was around 8,000 headshots that were submitted for this.
There you go.
So that's a lot of out-of-work actors. But anyway, I had a great time working on this movie.
By the way, let me correct something. Let me ask you a question. Did we throw away any headshot?
Tommy was adamant. No headshots were thrown away, and I got caught actually. I got caught throwing away.
You did not throw away by accident. You have. So let's just straight out this way. You did not throw away by accident. You have a stack of paper. I said, "Wait a minute, where are you going?" I remember like today.
So, there was a lot of things going on. I had, the phone. I was ordering pizza for the whole crew, and then I got a call. I'm like, hey, you're in the next scene.
Wait a minute. Don't put the production down. What pizza? For God's sake, don't put it down. We have a regular dinner, too.
Yeah, well, we had everything on this movie. We had a great time, and it was an original experience.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the time. You did a good job as a line producer, assistant, and an actor.
I was also football coach as well.
There you go. There you go.
That was great. I knew we had a very unique movie on our hands.
Are you talking to yourself right now? Seems to me you're talking about yourself right now.
I knew we had...
What is your point?
I knew we had something special having Tommy involved. I knew people were going to be seeing something original. But being that, this gentleman here is the creator, I think he had something special to share. So, Tommy, do you feel like we had a hit on our hands when we were making this movie?
Well, I have a vision, but except some people did not have vision. Never mind about that. And I always say, if you create something from scratch, you can be successful. So my point is that you have to be detail oriented, as you know, Greg. So you have something to share too, and that's why you've been hired as line producer as well as assistant. And people don't realize that, and maybe someday they will. So the room, is the room. What I think, I always have a vision from the beginning, but I'm just assuming you and others probably say, well, what he's doing in Hollywood, about what kind of movie is this, etc. So it's just too bad that some people, don't realize. And as you know, we have a, roller coaster with a crew, etc.
So wouldn't you think it'd be safe to say that there is room in Hollywood for Tommy Wiseau?
It's up to Hollywood. I don't know what to tell you, Rick. I mean, I'm a creative person, as you know. I'm working on other projects.
It's obviously that it is. There is room in Hollywood for Tommy Wiseau.
Well, thank you. I again, I rest my case.
Obviously, there's a ton of fans that absolutely adore this movie. And then you have the flip side of people that don't see it, they don't see the magic in it, they don't understand it. What could you say to those people that would help them see it and get it?
Well, first of all, you have to see the room at least 100 times. I'm not exaggerating. I'm really serious about it, because you have layers of a layer, you have messages. What is behind the room, you ask yourself. Of course, I always say you don't have to like the room. I don't say you have to like the room. But I will tell you one thing, that I influence you because the room, you have a lot of symbolism within the room. And people enjoy it. The idea is, like people say, as you know, Greg, there was controversy about, can you throw it, the football 3 feet away?
Can we?
Well, of course
Here,
we can.
ready?
Yes. Absolutely you can. And you can have fun with it. Go to a park in America. People throw it football 3 feet away, have fun. And I would say something else which people, I'm not here to ask for credit. Credit will overdue. Someday people will realize that the within the room, the reason the room connects, because it's related to relationships, not just to relationships, but also life. We have everything there. By the way, as you know, Greg, I have 600 pages to publish. So someday we will publish our book, and you will see the detail, my work, which is 12 years of my work, and people don't realize. And again, let me say to you as well, or the others, nothing happened by accident, okay? Yeah, as you know, you've been on the set. We have 100 of people. We use 2 cameras, etc., etc. I know today you are busy, I'm busy, so we have a little sort of conversation. But some of the stuff doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, media people, but at the same time, I have great respect for everyone. I think if a lot of people love each other, the world will be a better place to live.
So I think the room has won over already a lot of people. And I think it's just a matter of time before everybody kind of comes around and says, you know what, that movie is a damn good time.
Well, thank you, Greg. Give me 5. That's very nice. And at the same time, I would say thank you to all the fans. I always say, as you know, we have regular Q&A. I travel right now. Next year, we're doing Blu-ray. We put the room on the 3D as well. And I have a great support. Even a big studio right now. I have some job, as you know, and I'm very fun. I have respect for everyone, including media, okay? But sometimes we're not on the same page. But you know what? Someday we will be. Because, okay.
I think we're on the same page.
Oh, thank you, Greg.
So, Tommy, tell us a little bit more about your...
God, Greg, you wreck me. I love it. I really like it.
So the room is basically, it's going to be turned into a novel, and you're going to
wait a minute. No, let me straighten out you right now, okay? It is novel already, okay? The book been written way prior shooting the room. That's
Oh, that's
number
right.
one.
I remember that.
Wait a minute. Let me straight down this here. Hopefully somebody will listen and somebody will hear about it. First, supposed to be a play. I changed my mind because several reasons. One of the reasons was number of people showing for the theater is lower to cinema, etc., etc. We don't have a time. I try to do and condense everything. Hopefully we have another interview or whatever. And number two, then I changed my mind, and also I'll be working on the Broadway. So the book is there. It's always been there 12 years ago. Actually, the more I think about 18 years ago, you know.
So I had obviously, you know.
Oh, you writing something about your book?
My book still it's.
I'm scared to
different.
even read it, but you know what? People will buy it. I know that already.
I'll
be buying too.
I had a very unique experience working on this movie. In fact, going back to meeting Tommy, actually, we met in an acting class 12 years ago.
You're talking to yourself right now, but that's okay.
And I think it's going to be really entertaining for fans to know how all of this got started and how it's affected everybody's life involved and just the journey it's taken. So I'm looking forward to writing that.
You know what? Did you hear? Because I got one email. Let me straighten out this also how this everything started. Okay, because people have different conception about how the room started. We've been submitting the room, as a lot of people know about it. You probably know about it, to Academy Award. And we in the database, we're happy, we follow all the rules, etc., etc. But we have so many people want to see the room, so we started, screening on the Wilshire. And then what happened, you don't want to hear this?
I do.
Okay. And we got into trouble in the fire marshal. Do you know that? Because number of people show up for the screening was too many in the room. So I called the theater and I said, look, can we have midnight screening? That's how everything started in Hollywood about the room.
Yeah. That's awesome.